Hey everyone, Taco here and I hope you're doing well. And in this video I'm going to talk to you about Ushuaia, Argentina. Wow, one of the ports of calls that I was on during my Celebrity Cruise's 14-night Antarctica cruise aboard the Celebrity Eclipse. Now if you haven't already done so, I invite you to see my full review of that cruise in this video here, and I'll have a separate video for each of my other excursions that I had during those port of calls on that cruise itself, so I invite you to look at those as well. So let's begin. The 14-night Antarctica cruise aboard the Celebrity Eclipse had 4 ports of calls, with Ushuaia, Argentina being the very first one. After leaving Buenos Aires, Argentina, we traveled south for 3 full days at sea before arriving in the Beagle Channel and landing in Ushuaia at the southern tip of South America. But before I get into what I did in Ushuaia, I want to stress what you should absolutely do before arrival. Before arriving in Ushuaia, we take the Beagle Channel from the Atlantic Ocean. We enter this channel at approximately 5 o'clock in the morning, arriving in Ushuaia at approximately 9 o'clock. I woke up around 4:30 that morning so I can catch the arrival into the Beagle Channel because I had no idea what it was going to look like. As it turns out, we had a stunning sunrise that morning, welcoming us into the channel, and I was able to take some beautiful pictures of either side of the channel, where one side is Chile and the other side is Argentina. I even spotted a small penguin colony on top of one of the cliff sides where a flock of cormorants were resting. These moments were so magical in itself that I definitely recommend you make that extra effort to wake up early and catch the arrival inside the Beagle Channel. There were very few people appreciating this part of the cruise, and I feel sorry for them for missing out on some of the most spectacular Patagonia landscapes. With a population of more than 82,000, Ushuaia is located at the southern tip of South America, in between the Marshall Mountains and the Beagle Channel. It is often referred to as the end of the world, as it is located in the southernmost tip of South America and is the southernmost city in the world. As a side note, Puerto Williams is a small town in Chile that is located even further south than Ushuaia, but with a population of approximately 3,000, it is not officially designated as a city, which makes Ushuaia the southernmost city in the world. There are lots of excursions available in Ushuaia, ranging from penguin watching, going to the museums, and even a prison, cruising through the Beagle Channel, and the more popular, a trip to the Tierra del Fuego National Park. I only did the latter as I wanted to enjoy the Patagonia landscape. The entrance to the park itself is approximately a 30-minute bus ride away from the port. I really just wanted to spend some time hiking within the national park, so I took it upon myself to find my own way there. Now before arriving, I did a little bit of research and found that just a short walk away from the pier is a bus terminal with several different bus companies offering shuttle service to the national park. Multiple bus companies offer bus rides into the park for a much more economical price than an excursion would. They have timed bus rides into and out of the park, so you can make your own itinerary and take the bus back whenever you're ready. Bus rides to the park depart at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and I believe every hour up until a certain time in the afternoon. Return trips are at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 7 o'clock, departing from the visitor center. The prices were marked clearly outside of the booth, so you should have no problems figuring out what to pay. Once you buy your ticket, simply show it to a staff member and they will guide you to the appropriate bus when your time comes. Now, you will have to make sure that you take the same bus company back from the visitor center, but don't fret since there is somebody there that will actually guide you to the appropriate bus company once you show them your ticket. The bus stops at the entrance to the national park where you get off and pay the entrance fee. It was approximately 12,000 Argentina pesos when I was there per foreign visitor. Once you buy the ticket, you have to actually jump back on the bus, so the bus will actually take you further inside the national park. The first stop is the famous post office at the end of the world. Now this is where we got off, since this is what we wanted to see, and our trailhead for our hiking adventure is actually nearby. This is an actual working post office where you can buy a postcard for your family or friends, or even to yourself. We bought this postcard so we can get that official stamp from the southernmost post office in the world. A souvenir, if you will. For an additional fee, approximately $3 when I was there, you can get your passport stamped with various unofficial Patagonia stamps. Or you can go to the visitor center in Ushuaia and also get your passport stamped there too for free. The line to enter the post office can get quite long, so if you go there with a tour group, you have to make sure that you don't get left behind. This almost happened to one group of people that were in front of us, where the tour guide constantly had to come back to get them to hurry up and send their postcards. And since we came there on our own accord, we had no time limits, and that's just the way I like it. The hiking trail that we did within the Tierra del Fuego National Park was the Senda Costera. It's approximately 8 kilometers and should take you around 3 to 4 hours one way, depending on how fast you walk. Now this was the trail that was recommended to be by many people on the internet, as well as the person who I bought the bus ticket from at Ushuaia. They also recommended that this would be the hike to do if I had to do one hike in the national park. So after sending our postcard, we started off into the Senda Costera trailhead, which is located actually not too far away from the post office. It's just off to the side, and you can actually see the entrance right there. Just a few short minutes later, you'll see spectacular Patagonia scenery that often has hikers stop in their paths. Walking through the trails, you are surrounded by beautiful water on the one side and lush green forest on the other. And even the mossy trees look very interesting upon close inspection. So I read online that we would be able to do some bird watching along this trail. So with that in mind, I brought with me this Z180 to 600 millimeter f 5.6 to 6.3 lens, but I didn't even use it once. All it did was give me an unnecessary shoulder and neck workout. We did run into some Magellanic woodpeckers, and these are known to be one of the largest species of woodpeckers in the world, so I was very happy to see 2 of them up in the trees. They were a little bit far away, and they did fly away as soon as we continued on our path, so unfortunately I could not get a clear picture of them. The hike ends at the Alakash Visitor Center, where you can take a bathroom break, buy some lunch, and enjoy the cultural exhibits. There are additional hiking trailheads that start from this visitor center and move into the various areas of the park. And the person who sold us our bus ticket also recommended we take the 30-minute trail that goes beyond the visitor center and reaches at another viewpoint. However, we did not do this trail because we were a little bit hot after our 2.5-hour hike, and we wanted to catch the 3 o'clock bus ride back to Ushuaia. After we got dropped off at the bus terminal in Ushuaia, we decided to walk the town and see the many gift shops lined along the main street of Ushuaia. There were many gift shops and some great looking chocolate stores as well. Now, we were planning on having some tasty king crab at El Viejo Marino, which came highly recommended on the internet. However, since it opened at 6 o'clock and we were still a ways away, we decided just to go back to the ship because our hiking adventure and walking all around the town actually made me a little bit tired, so we went back to the ship a little bit earlier. So all in all, it was a short but eventful time in Ushuaia, Argentina. I would have loved to actually take it a little bit slower, eat some king crab, and enjoy the town a little bit more. Have you been to Ushuaia before? If so, let me know in the comments below and tell me what you liked or disliked about it. Be sure to watch my other video on my full review of the 14-night Antarctica cruise aboard the Celebrity Eclipse, and don't forget that all of these videos are actually on my blog as well, where I list down everything that I've talked about and included a boatload of pictures on everything that I did. Oh, and that postcard that I sent from Ushuaia, that arrived approximately 1 month after I sent it.